Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I want to come on today and just kind of give an autobiography of myself. For you all that has subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. For all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm sure you have seen a lot of my content and kind of piece together what this channel is about. But I wanted to come in here and kind of just be a little bit intimate and introduce myself because I'm thrilled to see where my channel has gone within the past several months. So thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it. But let me give a little bit about myself. So my name is Jason Cherry. I'm from Houston, Texas. I currently live in Austin, Texas, which is about a 3-hour drive from Houston, Texas. And I've been a musician for most of my life. I started playing saxophone, alto saxophone, when I was 12 years old. I started off in middle school marching band, spring concert band. I also, obviously, when I went to high school, I played music as well, saxophone, and I switched over to bass guitar. And I got really involved with the bass guitar, learned how to read music. I learned, all the different techniques and all kinds of stuff. And then when I went over to university, I actually took lessons, private lessons with really world-class tutors. And, they've helped me really carve out who I am today as a musician, provided me with all the tools, all the essentials and basics and fundamentals to really help me become who I am today. And I was able to control who I wanted to be because I had all of these tools at my dispense. And, that's one of the things, that the investment is very, very, very much needed when it comes to your seriousness as a musician or anything that you do in life. So yeah, once I got into university, I started to really take on gigs. I gigged consistently at bars, restaurants, and just making a name for myself and establishing myself within the community of musicians. And from there, when I moved over to Austin, it was another like kind of reset because I had to reestablish myself in the new city. So I came out here and I just, audition after audition and, responding to ads and just trying to meet and network. Network is key, is one thing I've learned. And, of course, once your name get out there, it spreads like wildfire, as long as you're really good at your craft, for sure. So yeah, in Austin, I got my first gig with a party band. It was really cool. They had a horn section, and I was a part of the rhythm section, and it was a really cool experience. I played with older musicians, so they kind of nurtured me, really nurtured me, and kind of hated me as well. I was kidding, but they nurtured me into really learning the music and getting down what I need to get down with the music, as far as being authentic with the music and also bringing a little bit of myself into the music. So after the party band, I played with other wedding bands, party band type deals, top 40 songs, top 40 repertoire was what I meant. And also I got into jazz. When I was at university, I played electric bass at this Italian restaurant. It was all jazz standards, so I had my training there. It was pretty cool. So here in Austin, I was able to, really explore that more, nurture that more on the upright bass, which is to me the authentic voice of jazz. So I had opportunities with that, and it's all that stuff is ongoing today. Today I have a mixture of gigs. I do top 40 band, wedding band gigs. I do jazz stuff. I do the church. The church is a whole nother scene, a whole nother language within the music. And I do as much things as I can. I'm also a session musician. I record remotely here at home in my studio. I've gone to people's studios, whether it's someone's home or a commercial studio to record. And it's just amazing journey so far. I'm very young, I'm only 29 years old, so I'm still, getting my feet wet and, really enjoying and embracing the process. So yeah, I mean, so that's a little bit about myself, as far as my musical life. The other thing I would like to talk about is the fact that you come on my channel and you see all these bass guitars, number one, me doing bass cover videos, and just having a ball. So one of the things is for me, uh, I enjoy obviously playing bass, but what really makes me happy is seeing other people's reaction towards my playing. More specifically, the enjoyment that they get from maybe they might have a bad day and they watch the video and then realize, wow, this really uplifted me, inspired me to maybe even try music out. You know what I mean? Like I've never somebody that probably never wanted to pursue music might have watched the video and say, okay, I want to, pursue music now. And I hope, that is the case, like something similar, like this happens for most people who view these videos. So that's my intent, is just really to inspire and to influence people to like take music serious. Of course, the other thing is the bass guitars. I mean, all these bass guitars here are high-end instruments. I'm by no means rich. Just want to disclose that I am not rich, as far as like I'm not a millionaire, but I do believe in financial management, and I do believe in budgeting. I do believe in reaching goals to be able to afford these instruments. But moreover, I got these instruments because I was inspired, just like how you're watching my videos and getting inspired. I was inspired by the top guys, right? Like John Patitucci, Victor Wooten, Marcus Miller, just to name a few, right? Just the top guys. I listened to them, Anthony Jackson. I listened to their sound, and I listened to why they play the specific instrument that they play, because each one of them play completely different bass guitars, right? It could be from the same company, but the bass guitar itself, the anatomy of the bass is completely different, right? One might have ebony fingerboard, the other one might have maple fingerboard. So I paid attention, trying to get into their heads mentally to see why they would go for a sound, what logically made them go for a specific sound. It could be genre, it could be, their style, their technique, etc. So I kind of used those cues to really be able to, put together why and justify why I would need this high-end instrument. Because I was once a person that said, no way I would be spending more than $2,000 on an instrument. So after being inspired by, John Patitucci, Anthony Jackson, I said, no, I gotta get that sound, because I was not getting that sonics out of my, my bass at the time. I could tweak, I could change the pickups, I could change preamp. I just wasn't getting it. So what really was cutting edge for me and like really made me get, the basses that I got, is when I heard John Patitucci's first album. The sonics on that album was just ridiculous. You should check it out. It's his self-titled album, John Patitucci, and he's playing a Ken Smith Black Tiger, it would be called that at the time. So he's playing this bass and he's getting these really just like crazy high register sonics, and it just sounds so fresh, you know what I mean? And I was just like, no, I need this sound. And just being inspired is what made me want to go for these kind of instruments that you see down my timeline. And just having instruments, it's inspiring, and it just helps you play better and all that stuff. But I'm not in here to talk about the instrument. I'm here to talk about me. So, the other thing that gets me going is, the different genres of music. As you could hear here, you hear anything from like neo soul to something like jazz to something like pop to something like, I don't know, funk. So, it's a different variety. So I love all styles of music. I don't neglect any style of music. I'm an open book when it comes to music. I keep my ears open all the time. I believe music is one big whole language. That's just my philosophy. So I'm open to all kinds of music, all cultures of music. And being that my parents are Caribbean, you know what I mean. I grew up around music that was like calypso and reggae, and zouk, which is a French island type music, compa, which is another like French type island music. So I grew up around all these kind of genres and music, and from there, I was able to easily branch over to like any other style of music because you know I kept my mind open. Like I wasn't just introduced to one music. I didn't hear just one music in at my home. So that's why you would hear different styles of music on my timeline, on my channel. Sorry. So I'm just open, and I am a believer of playing the music authentically. So I would study the music. You know what I mean? I just don't like play at the music. And even if I'm playing at the music, best believe I am studying the music in the background. So yeah, that's something that is unique to me, is that I'm open to all kinds of music, and I really really do mean that. I've played all kinds of music throughout my musical career, like music that you'd be like, wow, like I didn't imagine that you could do that. So um, that's something about me. I like to share and discuss, and also just guys, I come on here and with the hopes to inspire, but I can't do it by myself. Um, I am requesting to you all that you all provide me feedback, and you all have done that. It's some feedback is very uh, nice. Some feedback is constructive. Some feedback is not constructive. But I accept all feedback. So I just I need you all to feed me ideas. Like you may have something in mind where you're like, man, I wish he would really do more of this or less of this or more of that. So feel free to send me a message. I always leave my email address in the content box. So just email me or reach out to me on social media if you have that available at your dispense, and I'll be more than willing to try my best to like cater to you all, because I'm an influencer. I want to influence you all. I have my ideas, but it's nice to hear from you all, the community. So that's the main reason I come on here. It's just to really introduce myself. I am a real person. You know what I mean? I am a human being. I have emotions, all at 9 yards. You know what I mean? I'm humble. You know what I mean? Spiritual. So I just want to come on here and just really shed some positivity, and just introduce me, the guy behind the bass playing, the camera, the this, the that. So yeah, and the other thing I would like to do or like to say before I end this video is that I do offer a variety of services. As I mentioned earlier, I do remote recording at home in my studio. It's professional. There's no noise in the signal. I make the investment in my equipment to have a professional sound, A+ sound, all of that stuff. On top of obviously knowing how to play. So I would like to extend my services of remote based tracking. Also, if you're here locally, I do gigs. I do sub. You know what I mean? I do do stuff on various projects around town. So just a few things, just to name a few things. Also, something I would like to talk about is also consultations. So I like to consult with anyone that is stuck. You know what I mean? So you may be like, you could be someone that's just a beginner, right? So you don't have no clue on what a bass guitar really is. You don't know what to buy. You don't know what, if it's a good investment. You know what I mean? You don't know where you may end up. You know what I mean? Like a month later after, playing. So I could help you, kind of be a coach or mentor and I'm opening up my services as a mentor to really shed some light on people that may need that. And what kind of inspired me for that, for this, is that I've been getting several messages from different people asking me about you know advice on what bass they should get. Especially if it's a boutique place. They're like, oh well, would you choose this wood over that wood, or bolt on over neck through? I've been getting those kind of questions. So as these questions are flooding in, I do want to help, but I want to make this a professional service and be able to consult with anyone, provide a consultation to anyone that is willing to you know do it at a very small fee, right? So of course I got to pay my bills. So at a very small fee, I could be able to kind of mentor and guide you all that are needing help with knowing what to select, as far as an instrument, or even just if you need, guidance, like just guidance on like, staying on track, kind of, coming up and, becoming a professional, like coming from just doing music as a hobby to making it a professional career, being a business expert, a business savvy person. So that way you keep your business, you maintain your business, and you grow your business, you know what I mean? And you bring in others and you pull others up. So, I could do these kind of services. Just hit my email address is jcherrymusic at gmail.com. J like the letter J, and then cherry like the fruit, music at gmail.com. And, I could help you all out with that. Also, the other thing is, of course, I do offer bass guitar lessons. So, my philosophy with lessons is to provide you the tools, right? So we're not going to go over licks. We're not going to go over, fancy, flashy stuff. We're going to go over the stuff that gets you to that. So we're going to go over the building blocks that could make you play any lick. You know what I mean? So, for me, I'm a gospel musician now that I'm playing with the church. And, playing in the black church, there's stuff that happens all the time on the fly. So you have to be able to have an ear, and you have to be able to piece together what you're hearing onto the fretboard. So by knowing, like triads and scales and modes and arpeggios, and passing tones and, all these different kinds of, building blocks, it helps you to be able to interpret any kind of melody, lick, riff, or whatever it may be. So that's my philosophy on teaching, is to provide you the tools, the fundamentals that will get you to a level that you will even imagine you'll be within a short amount of time, just from knowing that, just cutting all, the crap out the way and getting to the point. That's what I'm about. Just getting to the point, but putting in the work, of course. But yeah, guys. So, again, feel free to reach out to me with any questions. I just want to come on here and introduce myself and say thank you to all the subscribers, and thanks for the continued support. And, I'm looking forward to another great year, and really doing more reviews and, more cover videos, just demonstrating my playing and the sound of these basses and, different things. So I hope you found this video not too long, first of all. And I hope you found the video to be, something, to introduce who the guy is behind the camera and to get to know me a little bit better. So with that, I hope you all have a good day. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, share, like, support. You all have a good one.